Hi everyone. Welcome. Today, we're tackling a very common and often confusing error message you might see. GetContent cannot bind argument to parameter path because it is null. This message can pop up in various scripting environments, especially PowerShell, and it essentially means one thing: the command needed a file path, but it didn't get one. Let's break this down into simple terms. First, what does getContent mean? It's a command designed to read the content of a file. Think of it like opening a document and reading what's inside. Next, path refers to the location of that file. It's the address getContent needs to know where to go. Then, null is a technical way of saying nothing or empty. So, when the error says cannot bind argument to parameter path because it is null, it literally means, I, getContent, need a file path to do my job, but the path you gave me was completely empty or non-existent. I can't connect this empty information to my path requirement. There are a few common reasons why you might see this error. One major reason is simply forgetting to provide a path. You might just type getContent without telling it which file to read. Another frequent cause is using a variable that's supposed to hold your file path, but that variable is currently empty. Maybe a previous command failed to put a path into the variable, or you misspelled the variable name, so it's not actually pointing to anything. Sometimes, you might be trying to pipe information from one command to getContent, but the objects being passed don't have a path property that getContent can automatically use. For example, if you list services and then try to pipe those service objects directly to getContent, it won't know what to do because a service doesn't have a file path in the way getContent expects. So, how do we fix it? It's usually quite straightforward. The primary solution is always to ensure you explicitly provide a valid file path. This means typing out the full path to your file, like getContent c:\myfiles\document.txt grave accent. If you're using a variable, make sure to check its value before you use it with getContent. You can do this by simply typing the variable name, like $filepath, to see what it contains. If it's empty, you know that's your problem. You need to ensure the variable gets populated correctly earlier in your script. When piping objects, remember that getContent expects an object with a path or full name property. If the objects you're piping don't have this, you might need to select that specific property first. For instance, if you have objects where the path is stored in a property called location, you'd need to use something like selectObject expand property location getContent. Always double-check your spelling for both file paths and variable names. A small typo can make a big difference, turning a valid path into a null value. In summary, this error is your script telling you, hey, I need a destination to read from, but you haven't given me one, or the one you gave me is blank. By carefully checking your file paths, verifying your variables, and understanding what getContent expects, you can easily resolve this common issue. Thank you so much for watching and learning with us today. If you found this explanation helpful, please consider subscribing for more simple breakdowns of complex tech topics. We really appreciate your support.